my time, think it's my yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? You don't want to see a second stream of YouTube. Let's put that away. Let's see. How's everyone? Who we got? Haizan, Mohammed, Kumar, Zohair, JC Jong. Some familiar names in there. Let's see. Now 125 got broke if you're in the pound dollar trades. Let's see. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Okay, so some new things here. I'm not sure about the overlay. We'll see. The only thing I wanted to add the overlay was so you can see, guys, when things get like Marcel yesterday. He was very kind to do a super chat, so that will pop up, populate there. It's only fair. We're currently in a trade, as you can see. I shorted the pound dollar after the breakup over the weekend. Please provide signals, Yanis. Well, let's start with that. This is definitely not a signal service. And as you can read here, this is for entertainment, not financial advice. So any trades that you take, it's your own trades. This is just for entertainment and to have a couple of people who are on the same wavelength of how they see the charts and what they're trying to do. For me, it was financial freedom. I got there, and obviously it's nice to speak to other people that are trying to get there, or if I can provide any of my sort of advice that what I went through, I would definitely be up for that, but I would definitely not be up for buy here, sell here, to do any of that. But in the background, obviously I'll be trading, but don't expect any signals. Ever, to be honest. Who else we got? We got. Veronica, Paul, Jules, Mark. Quite a few of us. How many of us? Let's see. Decent amount of people. I'm guessing that people are in either the UK at this time. I shorted at 2 a.m. Eastern time. Interesting. We'll have a look at that. Let's see. At the moment, obviously, what I'm looking at is at that expansion of the pound dollar. it actually, let's see what time it happened. Let's switch on to our trading view. There we go. That's something that we're familiar. Remember that purple line we had in for the 125? Now it had retested the 125 and it has got rejected quite a few times. But this was a convincing break this here. And that's telling me that the money that was almost holding, and you can see that to pick perfect. Two things can happen here. Either big sellers are holding that price below that price of 125, or algorithmically something has changed. So that's why we need to be quite careful in terms of this move. When you see obvious moves like this, the first thing you want to do is like, oh, I just want to short the thing, which I just did as well. So I can understand that. But obviously you need a setup. I found a setup here. Retest the buy side liquidity above there. So this is what we're currently, phone call. This is what we're currently, let me stop that. What we're currently looking at. If we jump on, I'll be jumping on from MT5 back to here to see how a trader's doing. I'm not sure where I'm going to close this actually. If I put my take profit just below the sort of fair value gap filled, but it's not more the filling up of the fair value gap that I'm looking at. It's more the I don't believe that this is going to be a strong break above 125. We do have like a strong let's see, let's look at the daily. Obviously we are trading up here, was the previous day. We're trading within premium price, so we're looking at that. Actually, good point. I haven't checked any noise or anything like that, but someone said it's working, so I'm guessing I'm not talking to myself. But we did identify this area here. All right, this is the worry. Now, if we're shorting this, this is the area that we're worried about, because you have buy side liquidity above this high here. You have a strong monthly Fibonacci retracement on the 61.8. And that I've been talking about this, that my bias is that that's going to be filled, but the question is when. That 128, 127 area, and we still haven't filled obviously the fair value gaps from this area here. So these are all things that we have to be careful. If we're gonna, if this goes against us, that's what we're thinking. Is like, well, how can I manage this? If this goes against me, 200 pips and 500 pips on the top there. So we're talking about a move for the whole week. If this is the target and we're short in the market, we need to be able to get out with profit. We need to be able to manage the trade. We don't need to be stupid about this. We don't just see this and jump in with all our size and say, here we go. I think this is going to be it's going to reject the 125, and here's the candle coming in now. I'm just going to sell this, and then suddenly you get caught just because they squeeze the price all the way up to these levels here. So, out of interest, how many pound-dollar trades have we got? Are you still shorting pound-dollar? Yes. I'm not still. I've entered this morning in the Asian market. The other ones we closed for profit last time on Friday. I don't hold trades over the weekend. Who am I missing? Let's go. We need Peter. Nice. We need to hit 5K. Yes. You know what's going to happen at 5K. I've already started looking into it. We might create a little bit of a community on Discord. Let's do a poll actually. Let's do an early poll. We're going to need to go here. So the question that I'm going to ask you guys when I can. So the poll is community Discord. Here we go. Dropped a question for you. Let's see what the response is. Two out of 3,000. Just open it now. Let's see. 12 votes. It goes to the top. 89%. We've got 52 people in here, so 89% is Discord. So I think that is, we can put that to rest. I think most of the people that are used to Discords, I'm a bit old school, but I can see how we can use Discord. There's certain things that I don't like about Discord, especially one of the video sharing is not ideal, but obviously we can have Zoom for that or anything like that. Facebook's a little bit better on that side, and also you can have multiple groups and different areas, but I'll look into it, not to bore you with that, but it sounds like we're still holding at Discord, so Discord might be the final call. Who else we got? Entered at 125717. Zan. Let's see. Where did I open? So we're currently sitting at $60, but I'm not looking at that. It went down to $100. I was tempting to take the 10 pips just because I don't like what I'm seeing currently in the price action. We are taking liquidity below here, so we're just gonna see what happens now. The price is kind of consolidating. Obviously, it's bank holiday as well. Let's just check that. So the US market will probably be more volatile than the London session. Date. In terms of news, if we jump on to our favorite baby pips, Telegram. Oh, is that Telegram is more, I see Telegram as a signal service. People just want to go in and say, where do I buy, where do I sell? I'm not going to be doing that. So I think in terms of a community, it's either going to be something more desktop based, because a lot of people use it on, I know you use it on the phones as well, but mainly if you're serious about a community, you use it most of the time whilst you're trading and on your laptops. So in terms of news, we have ISM, manufacturing PMI, at 10 o'clock at night. So nothing that can affect us now, but I'm expecting quite a slow market today. We've had that push. I can't see, we'll see how the open goes, but I can't see a huge rejection. I might be wrong. We'll see. But obviously when we're analyzing this, we've got that weekly fair value gap there in the gray. Buy side liquidity, that can be a target or can be working for as resistance for you. Let's delete that. From New Zealand, can you please check my analysis? Euro dollar. Live trading, I'm going to be doing pound dollar just because I don't want to lose any setups. If we do have time, in terms of, because I think I've already marked it from last time. If we do have time, I might pop into, but definitely not around the open, because that is going to give us, maybe in a few minutes, I'll see. On the sell side, it's steady high. Okay, yeah, so we have bank holiday UK, other countries Labor Day. So we can anticipate the only reason I got into this trade was because I did like the setup. And when I see the setup, let's do this. So we had a double rejection. We had a buy side liquidity taken out above these areas here. but failed to break that. That was a sort of like, when you look at buy side liquidity, there's two things that can happen. One is going to be taking out buy side liquidity and rejecting it, so pushing down to fill fair value gaps to continuation to the upper side. That's one thing. The other thing is that buy side liquidity is the final liquidity draw that will take out most orders, buy side or buy orders, buy stop orders, to deliver price downwards. So in the first case, we have price can come and retest. On the second case, price will just continue down to equilibrium. So when you trade, especially when you trade around ICT and how we look at it, let me just take that away, end poll. We have to be, where did I enter? Let's see the price actually. Let's put it on the chart. I got in at 125575. So around this area, 5575. So that's where we entered. Let's see. 275, that's correct. Let's see the time. 54. Yeah, so we had a rejection. We created the previous daily high. Then we saw price action to the downside. Came back, filled fair value gap there, consolidated, pushed down. Now, took out the lows of this, came up and created this buy side liquidity that we see here. This is the area where the price wasn't allowed. Then it gapped down, pushed back up, filled the fair value gap there, continuation, push down, push down. This was the move that broke the lows. I got in. So we had break of structure and came back up, filled the fair value gaps. And that's the area what I saw here. Anywhere around that area to short. So then it pushed back up, went a bit against me. Now it's created a double top, which I don't like, because what rests above here, buy side liquidity. So how many pips away are we? So from my entry, 10 pips in pain. 23 pips. We've moved 21. I'm looking for the price to go back to 15 minute. Anything around the open, guys, is if you don't have a clear idea of what you want to do, it's better to wait. I do like taking trades around open and pre-market, especially on Mondays when it's my most. Looking back at my journal, my most profitable days are Mondays and Fridays. And I think it's because you have moves like this over the weekend that push the market in one direction, which can give you some nice clean setups. The only downside of that is that you're going to be in the market when the aggressive moves are going to be happening. So if you can see, I've only entered with one position. I normally break it into two. So it's a two lot broken into 1 and 1. But I'm not convinced that this is the area where I need to be in terms of my position. I've sorted, I do want to retest the 125s. So that's the idea, and coming from a higher time frame. This is the first break above these highs here. So we're anticipating a reaction. But we don't know, obviously, if the price is going to be going higher before it retests. A retest to the 125 is going to happen, for sure. It's just that we don't know when. Do we know is it going to happen today, or is the market going to be pushing higher before it decides to give us that retracement? So that's what we're looking at. And then what do we have? Obviously, we're trading on the monthly levels of between the golden zone of the 50 and 61. So if you go on to the monthly level, the reason I've put those two blue lines is the retracement of that to that. And I've put that price there, 124,500. So that's the monthly fair value gap that got filled, came up to that level. Okay, so if you want to create these lines, all I've done is taken the highest point there down to that point, and that will give me my 50 and my 61.8. I do like the 76.4, and I've brought it up a few times when we're doing charting, but we'll see how far is that. That's the daily levels now. So we would be talking about 135. Do I think that can happen? The fib does. Question is, do we? Okay, let's see where we are. Back to our trade, $134. Fulfillment, I'm going to kill that. We're going to get 13 pips on that. I don't mind this pushing down. But when you see the profit in there, and it's a good move, 13 pips. Obviously, if I had two sizes on there, we would be like nearly there. So now what we will need to do is, now we've got some profit in the bank, we need to reset. Positions. Now don't be surprised if this pushes higher now, just because we've got a fulfillment of that fair value gap. So let's go back onto our, let's go here. All right, so we had the first push. 1 minute. Now remember, we just draw in the, let's actually write in the profit so everyone can keep up. Let me know if that is, if you like it that way. I've just added where it says short pound dollar. What we'll do, properties, short pound dollar. We made roughly 13 pips. Just type a yes if this is useful to see where we're currently sitting at in terms of trades. Let's see. Hi mate, from New Zealand. Can you please check right now? So yeah, Euro. Look, let's do that. Oh, wait, I'm gonna have to wait now to see how the price is gonna react. So we do have a few minutes to check. Let's see which euro dollar. Euro USD. I believe we did this one. Let's see. Yeah, so we have the markup already. Let's go 4 hour just to refresh what we're looking at. This is like squeezing. You can see that. You can see that starting to form. I'm not doing this as a pattern. I'm just showing you what my eyes are seeing. So we've got push up, consolidation above here, push up, failed to break the lows, pushed even higher. Let's have the pound dollar somewhere else so we can keep an eye on that. The pound dollar can really break down to the equilibrium. We might have to change our bias to long after equilibrium. Let's see. I'm sorry about the euro dollar. We're going to have to jump to the pound, but we'll come back. Let's do this. That's the previous daily low. Fibonacci to the previous daily high. So we're currently now. We'll see how this candle closes. In Fibonacci terms, if it closes below the 23, it's high probability that that can go into the 50s and 61.8, which it's exactly on the 125. So the retest, I'm happy with the trade, this trade that we took, but it was a little bit higher risk than my normal setups because we've already sold from here. So we were already 15 pips in there. So yeah, let's see. I don't think we're gonna have, I could be wrong, but I don't think we're gonna have a delivery of 50 pips in one move. So there's gonna be opportunities in the day. Let's move that. I like that. Someone said just put 13 pips. Let's do that. Why not? You know that I only trade the pound dollar, so whatever's on there. I guess this short or long, but obviously if you're watching it, you will know what we're doing. Let's go back to 15-minute fair value gap. So someone's saying that he sees a 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see what he's talking about. What's your name? Where are you? GFX. G. Is that like top G? Or is it a Gary? Or a Greg? So G, let's call him Greg. He's not Greg for sure. But Greg thinks that this is pushing back up into this fair value gap here, which would be a retracement back to 76.4. Obviously that's on a 15-minute. Let's change that. 15-minute fair value gap. The highs, the swing high of this is in the golden zone. Yeah, it can very likely. Like I said, I was anticipating for this price to react out of this fair value gap here. So this is again on the 15-minute. We don't have another fair value gap until down here to equilibrium. So in terms of delivery of rebalancing price, that is done. That's why I closed the trade. Now we need to see if the price does this straight down. Obviously our bias is gonna start. We're gonna start waiting for different positions. Even though we're at premium, we've had a delivery of 80 pips. So we need to start thinking, is a kill zone gonna deliver, which in normally London kill zone delivers about 30 to 50, 80 max. In a really bad days, you can have some 120 days or good days, depending on what you traded. So let's do that. Let's add the exit. We did 13 pips from here. Pretty much at the bottom of that fair value gap, we got out. Is that helping, or is it going to make the charts messy? All right, right, so who we got? Yes. Okay. Dollar index, we're going to look at that for sure. Bitcoin, I'm not sure I'm going to look at that. Since it took the buy side liquidity, it's likely to go below that fair value gap and take the lows. Let me reread that. It took buy side liquidity, so you're referring to this one. Below the fair value gap and take the lows. The lows down here. You have to be specific. It's quite hard to understand. But anything with fair value, guys, you need to understand this, that you might see 15, someone else might drop on the 3 and say, I'm looking at this and I see fair value gaps all over the place. I see this one. I see this one. You have to have your idea ready. And then fair value gaps is just an excuse for you to take the trade. It's it's an obvious place to position your entries. And you can see we did the correct move there to take the 13 pips, because there's going to be at least a retest of these highs. Maybe he was talking about these highs. This is what we might see happening in the next, what time is it? Half an hour. Fair value gap, that is buy side liquidity. Good morning, Ambassador. Yeah, I'm reading just Ghost's messages there. Ghost in the crowd. I'm guessing he likes ICT. Don't go with your beliefs, right? So when we're looking at this, I don't care if the price is going to go down here. I'm not trying to predict, is the price going to go to equilibrium 125, or is the price I'm going to predict correctly and it's going to go up here. I don't really care about that. What I do care about is, where is the next draw of liquidity? So you're saying that the next draw is down here, 27 pips. You might be right. But where's the immediate draw of liquidity? For me, the immediate draw of liquidity would be here, because we filled that fair value gap pretty much to the pip. And now it's pushing up. If that gets rejected, then I start thinking, okay, it's had this push up. It didn't achieve this. So if it didn't achieve this and it did something like, let's say it did this, then we're in 50-50 area. The price can do two things. It's either going to take the lows here, which is going to become sell side liquidity, or the buy side liquidity up there, and you just wait. You don't care. The price can do whatever it wants. Unless you're in a position, then you do care, because you need to work it out. So that's an example of the three. I see you're looking at higher time frames. So if you're day trading and you've got your from your higher time frame, you're sort of analyzed and you've got your direction and you're good to go, then you're just fine tuning on the 3-5 minutes. You don't need to see, you're just looking for confirmations for you to get in and out. Good morning, Abdullahi. Is that right? How you pronounce that? We've got 78 people. For a bank holiday, are people trading? I just took 13 pips, and now we're just going to be patient. We're just going to wait. I can't look at the euro dollar yet, because I really need to see what's going to happen here. And let's take out that. This here is in the way a bit. So we are looking at this Fibonacci retracement. We want to see in about 20 minutes where that's going to break, close. So we're going to see if that's going to close below the 23 for a continuation, or is this the Judas move of the morning sessions continuing higher? And that's what you have to be careful about when you're trading higher volatile days like Monday after the weekend off with a push to the upper side. But it's inevitable that a candle like this is always going to be filling in a fair value gap. You can go down to the 4 hour and you can see that very evidently there. But look, what we do know with fair value gaps is sometimes they just take the top and then it continues up. So we need to, how far into the fair value gap. And what we can do is take this line here, Fibonacci retracement. So the 50% of the move of the fair value gap is here. So we'll see, we need a retracement at least at 50% to even consider that this is going to the upper side. Obviously this morning we traded short and I explained the entry. We were selling off, filled up for value gaps, created a buy side liquidity. The better entry would be waiting for this to come back and take out this liquidity. That would have been the perfect entry that I normally take, but the difference would have been, that would have been a good trade. But I didn't catch that. I was a bit eager. I caught this price here. So I waited for it to deliver 10 pips. $50 pips on GJ today in Asian session. Nice. That is pretty much my market, around 40 to 50 pips. What are you still doing here, Tim? If you get 50 pips, enjoy the day. Let's see. All right. I think we can jump on euro dollar. I need to put it in. Let's go daily. So we took out buy side liquidity. Just give me a second to fine tune my eyes with what's going on here. We said about that squeezing. It looks like a big move is coming on the euro dollar. All I'm doing, guys, is just putting the equilibrium and previous daily lows and highs. See where we are. We just broke below equilibrium, so we're at discounted. We've had 2 red days with big wicks to the upside. Just checking the pound dollar. So pound dollars kind of found that fair value gap, and now it's created a bit of a sell side liquidity, and it's kind of hovering in the fair value gap. So we'll see if that push to the upper side is there. If it does go up, then we're going to start looking for a second attempt to get a better price to short. So what we're seeing here, we can take these out. It's obvious the price is squeezing there. Let's go down to the fair value. Let's see what the question was. To find it now. Can you please check my analysis? Euro dollar 109, 109, 1099. Let's do this. Put that in there. And then we're going to find the price that our friend is talking about. 9903. Okay, and then under sell side liquidity and under equilibrium on Friday daily high and lows. All right, so you're talking about this. Friday's lows. You're anticipating, can you please check my under sell side liquidity? Yes. Equilibrium for Friday's daily highs and lows. All right, so are you anticipating this to break the lows? Is that what you're saying? All right, there we go. Pound dollar is moving. Let's see if we're going to get involved in this. Nothing yet. We can't get in this. Now, if you're trading long, if you're finding this as a position long, obviously you wait for that price to retrace, get a better price, and go to the upper side. If your analysis is that this is the final push down, because this is the last fair value gap that we can see before it hits equilibrium. So a move like this, entering anywhere around here to the highs of that, 25 pips. You can see how you can justify, you have to justify a trade. If it makes sense and you get it wrong, then you just manage it. That's where the key is. Good morning, Michael. Michael's just got back from holidays. He's going to be a bit rusty. Working on consistency, plus it's raining and freezing cold and getting dark. Good things about here is 30 degrees all day long. And when it rains, it's pretty much like it's like a jacuzzi. There's hot rain and you just go out and it doesn't affect you at all. It's not like the days in London where you just wear everything and slowly come out and see if we're going to make it to the next street. But yeah, Bali's cool. Now here's a question, because I see some people jumping on like saying, 125, 122. In what state are you currently? When you see these moves, the green candles coming up, can you reflect? Can you look? Because I can notice when I'm not in a state to make an entry, and it might be this is a good test for me actually, because people are throwing things, and it just shows that my consistency and my evolution as a trader has moved towards not being affected by other people asking questions or saying this is doing this, it's moving already. I trade in a level emotional state, where would you say, just all of you, just check in. If you're about to trade, just check in for like a second and think, is this excitement that you're trying to get in? Is it, oh, I'm going to miss, fear of missing out? Is it, I'm going to miss this move? Is it more of, oh, Yanis has already got his 13 pips. I need to get into this. I'm too late. Where are you at? I'll be interested to see some, what quality inner reflection we do. So this is what's happening. Zan, can you please switch on the candle remainder time? I'd say we're midnight, open at 1:05. All right, so this is pushed up, took out the highs of this. Let's go on 1 minute. Why I do like a 1 minute is because now we know what's happening, right? We know that on the 15 minute, on the hour, we've taken that fair value gap out, and that's the reaction that we're looking for. So it's happened. So everything that we've analyzed is happening live. So that's good. It means we're in tune with the market. Now it's pushing. We can very easily see a push from here to that fair value gap for a continuation up. If that doesn't happen, what's the other option that we're looking for? Do we think that this is going to consolidate? Got 10 minutes to open. I don't think so. So the next move would be breaking the lows here. For a continuation down, you would want to see break of these lows and these lows, sell side liquidity. So if I hadn't closed, if I held the position without closing, we would now be back at $50. So when you see the moves, you have to take advantage of your readings and take profits. Even if you want to take partial profits and you don't want to take a whole position out. Let's see where we're at. Okay, for someone who is maybe new to trading, fear of missing out is a big deal. Yeah. It is, because we all want to get paid, right? We're doing this to be financial free. So if you see a move like this, I used to get so angry because I told you guys earlier that this is going to retrace. And then I would be thinking, oh, why didn't I not put an order there? I would have had another 10 pips. My profits would now be 250, 300 quid. Dollars. But now it doesn't matter. Missing a trade, but taking the correct trade is so much. It creates the habit that you want. Think of a successful trader, and how can you replicate the habits that successful trader does? Whoever you follow or in the industry, because you need to have you need to find people that have proof that they're doing it and they're doing it successfully, like the Scruffy trader, like ICT, even Tom Horgard, who's a completely different style to what I trade, but he has success. Find that person and then look at what habits, what are they doing daily. That's a good key. I don't think they are trading from I need to get this trade, I can't miss this trade. And now we're tapping into that fair value gap as we speak. And it's interesting on the 1 minute because you can see the reactions. You see that? You can see that's a little spike into the candle. It becomes a little bit more volatile. Let's move this back. And look at that reaction. It's like magic. Where we left it. Marcel. Is it Marcel? I think I pronounced that Marcel. It's in the building. I tried to keep Yanis out of my door until 1 hour into the session. I failed today. You see that reaction? Where's the obvious? Where's it obviously going? What's resting above this red line? Good morning. Why Bali? Did you travel there often before you decided to move to Bali? We did come to Bali in 2016 and we loved it. So many good things about Bali. Why Bali? It has a lot of stuff that we like. It's got 30 degrees all year round, pretty much. And the people here are very open-minded. Food and stuff is cheap. You can have what we were paying for in London for an expensive London apartment. You can get it here for 1/10 of the price. Or if it's similar price, you would get a huge villa with pool and loads of bedrooms. So this is interesting. Retraced back into the fair value gap. Let's see what happens. Let's take this out. So that candle failed to take the highs. What are we thinking? It's holding at the top of the fair value gap. Let's see. This will be interesting. What we're looking for a short opportunity, for me at least, I would need to see the price come up to that 15-minute fair value gap, because I know this is very enticing to take liquidity above these highs. Obviously we need to manage a trade if it goes to the daily high. Okay, we've gone up to 91 people, but 44 likes. That's telling me that I'm doing something wrong. Let's see. If we hit that buy side liquidity, we should get more likes. Now, if you've done the ICT 2022 mentorship, do you recognize? If before I draw it in, can you identify this fair value gap? Are you at that level yet? I'm still struggling with trading. I'm at break even. Sometimes I switch bias often. Yes, so 2 things there. One, amazing that you're break even. That means that you're not losing money, first of all. So the biggest thing with trading is lasting the game. If you can last long enough to learn stuff, then I'm just reading the messages. So hard to. Someone said just flash the Lambo. It's very hard to make a thought. I need to turn off the comments when I'm talking. Who was I replying to? Let's see. It was a serious thing as well. Right, break even. So your break even. Here we go. Here you go. This is better than a Lambo, I promise you guys. Back at the same level where we had that big red candle rejecting. Now we're going to see if we take that buy side. What's sitting at the buy side? Look on your left. Fair value gap. We are on the 1 minute. So if you're break even, I would say you're doing great. It depends how many years you've been doing this. If you're 10 years in and you're still break even, you're not losing money, but something needs to change. There we go. We tapped into it. Delivery. Fair value gap to there. How many pips? 5 pips. Now we get the rejection. Now we're thinking, where's this going? Back to fulfill the fair value gap. This is the long setup we were talking about. Two minutes till open. I think we're going to need to zoom out a little bit for the open. Bank holiday, but there is some activity. Let's wait for those 2 minutes. If you're in here and you're not subscribed, guys, make sure you subscribe, and then we're gonna get closer to opening the Discord. That should be fun. Let's see. Time, let's look at time. "15 seconds. What are you thinking, guys? What are you thinking? Coming back to the fair value gap. Remember, the big push of the pound dollar is long from the weekend. So this is just a retracement. So we wouldn't be surprised if we see this pushing higher. That's why I'm currently waiting. There we go. Let's see what happens in the first minutes of the sesh. Back into fair value gap. So for someone who says like pound dollar doesn't deliver price, yes, you don't get these, like when you're on a bigger market such as the DAX or oil or Bitcoins or stocks, you see this delivery of price. This delivery of price happening very quickly. Like 25 to 30 pips happens quickly, but the pound dollar still provides you that. And you do have a lot more time to work out if you need to be managing your trade out or building up position. Let's see what these news are saying. Sterling hits near 11-month high. Is it sustainable? That's what we're thinking. Do I live each day? No schedule at the moment. I'm just going to go with feel. I know that doesn't help you guys because you want to know. But normally, if you're subscribed, another reason, if you're subscribed, you get a notification that I'm live, so then you can just jump on. But if I am live, I will be doing if I want to show the live trade, then I'll be doing the London session, and sometimes I'll have positions already in from the Asian. If it was like this morning, which for the new people coming in, this was the entry, this was the, where's the out? The out was the fair value gap, so there. Okay, we're getting a bit of a green candle now. We are just below the Asian session low. So I'd say we are now about to have a... Let's turn on our sessions. So in terms of London kill zone, this can be your Judas move. Taking out Asian lows like someone said now, Tim. We're back into that fair value gap on the top. So at the moment we're just hovering between those two areas of interest. Up again. So bigger picture, guys, let's look at bigger picture, because that's on the 1 minute. Bigger picture is that this is the 50% of the fair value gap. You're seeing that because you've got multiple candles that create one candle on the 4 hour. So we're anticipating that is the highly likely opportunity to come down. Doesn't mean that I just short and I just wait for this to give me 20 pips. No, because if the price comes higher and takes out buy side liquidity, and even higher to take side the previous daily high, then we are in a better position not only to take 20 pips but also take 64 pips. So the higher up we are towards previous daily high and we're at premium, and our idea is to go short, the better position we'll be in to get in that delivery. Daily live is good. Peter, why not create a private live session with subscription? Just dropping the ideas. Well, the thing is with something like that, you have to be on it. You know, it's like when you're committed to someone that you're going to be online to the subscription, you have to be on it all the time, and that is extra pressure. But obviously, who knows? I don't know how this is going to evolve. I always went with my gut with these things, and sharing this information to you guys feels right at the moment. For a subscription or a like, at least. So let's see. Okay, that's kind of doing nothing at the moment. So let's jump onto the dollar index. Dollar index. Sell side liquidity. Tapped back into it. Fill fair value gaps. Pushed up. Let's take these out. Place that right previous daily high, previous daily lows. Repetition makes improvement, doesn't make perfect. 50% retracement. Okay, so we've traded above equilibrium, had an attempt to push lower, which would mean the pound dollar going higher, and now it's pushing higher, which means the pound dollar is lower. Okay, so here we go. That corresponds to what we're discussing. So the question is, we've had 2 attempts to fill that fair value gap, and now it's seeking sell side liquidity. So this is what we're thinking. Not that one, that one. Sell side liquidity. Something like that, until we see a confirmation that this is pushing towards the 50%. Remember, we're just in the London kill zone. Hi, Ludwig must be. W is a V, isn't it? Ludwig. So that's what we're thinking. Do you know what? I've never looked at Bitcoin. Where do I even find it? Crypto. Oh, wow. That's nice. That's really nice. It looks a bit sporadic, like London kill zone you can see already pushing aggressively. There you had consolidation, aggressive. I mean, what's this? Damn. How do you even, I don't know how people trade this. I stick with boring Forex, huh? If it pays me a month, 8 to 10,000, and then double that with a copier. It's all good with me. So we had taken liquidity above here, buy side. We're still above equilibrium. Let's take that out. This is old. So we took out this high, came back down, failed to break the lows. We had an end to reach equilibrium. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that to these highs here, which would mean pound dollar falling even more. Where's it going to be going? Sell side liquidity, that's the first target. Equilibrium would be the obvious target. 125, round number, is another obvious target. Have I missed anything? No, we're good. Okay, so now this is a time where you wait. Because the move is going to come. There's no point getting into these movements here. We just want to see a confirmation of something. That's where you grab a coffee and you wait. Okay, have we upset any Bitcoin people here? Bitcoin is my bank now, but I never trade it. It's too volatile. I get the money to my bank when needed. I don't trust banks and taxes. Which prop firm are you thinking to use with the copier? Because I believe terms and conditions of Fiverr state that you cannot trade the same strat for multiple accounts. Right, so this is a good one. For Fiverr's, what you can't do is trade 2 bootcamp accounts the same way. But what you can do is you can trade a bootcamp account and a funded account, instant funding, with a copier, and then same strategy. That's my understanding. Always double check with them. In terms of other FTMO, obviously is the obvious one that everyone trades. The most ICT traders trade the FTMO. It has like a 30-day. I haven't really looked into it. What I'm planning to do with my copier is I'm taking, like for instance, for this month, I took out 5K for living expenses, and the rest, which was like 4K, I'm just going to put it in another account, the copier, and I'm going to build that to about 12 to 15,000, and that way I can be able to take hits of 2.5K if it ever happens. It's official. We've had 4 green months, daily months, no one red day. So that is a tick. We can officially say that now, since we are in a new month. And what do you reckon is the record of green days without having a red day? You're welcome, Marcel. Did you see EU go to 1 hour Friday low? A short one, 2. Let's see. I'm a 328. So you shorted this, Pablo. So you're sitting on 35 pips. It's a good trade. You have to remember we're now at equilibrium on the euro dollar. So this can go either way. I would wait if your target was the lows here. Obviously, you have to question if this is the low of the session and it bounces back up. Is it worth not taking profits for 5, 6, 7 pips? On the other hand, it depends on all your strategy and everything that you do is all down individual. You've got another 34 pips. So you could be looking at 60 pips for delivery at the previous daily low. So it's very individual. What is a copier? A copier is, let me see if I can find, that would take a while. I won't do that now. But a copier is basically a computer running your second account, but it replicates what you trade. You can do whatever you want. You can replicate your size, or if you want to replicate a smaller size, but it's basically taking the same trades that you're taking on one account, putting it on another, and if the benefit of that is if you've got 2 accounts, then you've got double the profit with the same risk. Well, obviously you're risking 2 accounts, but you're not going into big money, so that way you can build up small accounts or intermediate accounts. Graham, it's a shame because the Fivers seem to give amazing spreads and good rates, commissions, but they only allow you have 1 high stakes challenge account. Yes, have you passed, Graham, the challenge account, high stakes? That seems challenging. That there's daily drawdowns. I think you You can't trade after 3%, is it? We need to look into that. Yes. See how hard predictions is going. Where's the cat? Phoenix is sleeping. I'm gonna make a coffee. I'll be right back. Because I don't think we're gonna have this delivery yet. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second.
Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities that never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big talk. Young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'ma jack it like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element. Yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it. Yeah, I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out, touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me, might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda, can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did it.
Who's into coffee art? I'm pretty shit at this, but I've got good quality coffee, but I can't do coffee art. But I can have unlimited cappuccinos. Let's watch that. What we missed. Okay. Okay, so we're seeing that sort of indecision now. We're a bit early still in the London kill zone, but if you sort of measured that 7 o'clock, about 50% of the move now. So you were starting to think, is this the Judas move? Let's catch up on the chats. %5 daily drawdown and 10% overall drawdown in line with majority of prop firms. A second with Rafa saying. Bit of a prop firm conversation going on. Hi Yanis, can you take a look at AU USD breaking daily high? UK and Europe has bank holiday today. Good point. Let's see. I have traded AU before. I wonder if I've still marked it. Doesn't look like on there. Weeklies. Why did I not like it? There was something I didn't like about the AUUSD. It's just moving slow, I think. Let's just do the daily. I can see it's retracing. So it broke up the highs. Is that what you said? Breaking daily highs, yeah. Now in this scenario, even if it breaks the daily highs, I don't personally trade this down, because we have this setup here that is currently in play. So we have the highs there, the lows there. It's breaking above the 23. If this closes here, there's highly likely after this day that this can retrace back to the 61.8 or the 50%. So for me, and this is without putting any lines or high liquidity on, one thing you can see is that the liquidity draw here hasn't been tapped into. So you might be right. This price might do this. Take the highs, Judas move down to take the lows of this. But it's higher risk because even though this is breaking highs, there is a move to the upper side. When we break highs here, for instance, there's no clear direction that can go higher. So that would be a nice fade short on the US dollar. Don't know if that helps with what you're looking at. Ghost is going short. Yeah, I found one play this morning. Now we're just gonna have to. It's one of those days where tapping into sell side liquidity. Let's see on the dollar index, still confirming that move. What else we got? Someone's going short. How do you go short there? Sell side tapped into. Did you go from the break here, fill this, and you were short here? I can understand that, I guess. MFX, when you say lizard in the bathroom, do you mean like a gecko or an actual big lizard? We do have geckos. We have them all over the place, but they're actually good because they eat the mosquitoes. Manusos Manusakis is in. In funding account, the real money you trade is you drop down to risk. 0.5 to your drop down. You're correct. The pound did have a retraction of the 15-minute value gap. I'm always a double Dales. I'm always a double shot espresso. I'm actually drinking it with oat milk, which I know people are going to go crazy. It's only cow's milk in cappuccinos. But I'm a bit lactose intolerant, so getting old, that's what it is. Why do I use the 7 a.m. for the London kill zone? I do like the pre-market. I've got a lot of setups on the pre-market, which is pretty much sometimes you can find the Asian highs before the London kill zone. So we see how this is what we're anticipating. Sell side liquidity to be tapped into. Boom, delivered. Now it's having a bit of a rethink of what's going to be the next target. Is it these highs, or is it delivery down to equilibrium, which would break and then retest? If you've been living under a rock, pound dollar has had a big push up, of 140 pips to wake up on Monday. So it was an exciting morning start. I've traded once, 13 pips. 107 people. Are you all subscribed? I wish there was a way you can tell. You are not subscribed. Do it now. Most recent subscriber, Muzz. Thank you. I hope you haven't swapped your meat for fake meat. No, I'm pretty much a carnivore these days. I live off meat. I know, it's not good. But the food in Indonesia is just like too good. How old am I? Here's a good guess. Let's do a poll. If you know me personally, don't ruin it. I give you 3 ages and you can guess. 25. Let's see how mean you can be. Sell side getting tapped into again. This is the second retest now, the lows. The ghost is short, I believe. What price do you get into? It's turning into a good trade, this. All right, so Graham's given us a bit of a National Geographic tutorial on lizards here. So we have 2 types of lizards in Bali. We need to see the scenery for this. And let's have the dollar here on the 5 minute. All right, out there's 2 big lizards that live in that environment. One is called not a gecko. The question is, do they bite? And are they life-threatening? That's what I want to know. If I go and have a coffee right there, is someone going to bite my leg and I'm just going to fall off and die? I know they have dangerous snakes, but I haven't seen any, touch wood. Not to jinx it. No, you can see it from there. We're seeing that rejection. The second attempt failed to take the low, so now we're pushing higher. Where's the next target? That one there. Switch this. Am I trading euro pound as well? No, I just do pound dollar. Actually, I'm going to show you my funded account now. I just don't want to miss anything, but I think we should be okay. Right, where's the poll? 30% of people. Oh, it's quite a spread. Quite a spread. We're halfway through the votes, only 56. Other people don't care. They're like, who cares how old you are? Give me a signal. Should I buy or should I sell? You are correct, I'm half English. Actually, my first language is Greek, but it doesn't sound like it because my mum always spoke to me in English, so I can fake being English. Okay, they have a strong bite. Not giving me the confidence I want there, Graham. 62 votes in. I'm 32. Okay, we give it one more minute. Caspan just subscribed. Thanks, buddy. God, this is 1 hour and 36 minutes. Normally I find a setup by now. What time is it? Yeah, this is pretty dead, guys. It's bank holiday. You can see how we've identified the areas, but you can't trade these. They're not tradable areas. I know someone went short, and it probably might work out. But in terms of my sort of way of trading, I just can't take any of these tiny moves. Because for me to take 10 pips out of that, I need to be 100% right on the move. There's no way to reposition, and it's just doing that. So I can't find a position there. I need candles like this one now, but I need it big. Keep going. Whoever was short is laughing now. So we've taken out liquidity again. Let's see what we're looking at. Go to the left side. 15 minute. So we're way below the fair value gap. Chasing that 50% of this red line is the 50% of this fair value gap. And retracement, we said 61.8. Not that one. So 38 to 50%, 61.8. So pretty much, that's crazy. 125 is spot on the 61.8. What I would like to trade now, if it gives me that, I don't think it's going to give me that, but I would like to be in a long position around the 125, or a short position, but I would need to see it higher now. Right, so let's close the poll. You guessed 31% of you were right, 34 were wrong. Close there. I really appreciate the people who think that I'm 23, 25. 13% think I'm 41. Not a good look. So that is more than how many people? 7 people think that I'm 41. I should be retiring. All right, let's close the poll before it gets worse. Morning, Jonathan. I'm out of the day, not feeling it today. Watch out for those lizards, Janice. Am I loving this move down? Beautiful. 38 might hold the short. Yeah, what you're targeting. What's your name, Ghost, in the crowd? Because I can't be calling you Ghost. So let's see. What is the bigger play? Because at the moment we're just reacting to these 3 candles. That's what's happening. But the question is, what's the next target for the price? Is it the 127 and push to the 61.8, or is it retracement below the 125 to yet be declined to push price above? Let's look at the map for a second for the week. Tomorrow we've got, again, job openings at 10 at night. These are all my times, by the way. So we're looking at Singapore time. Not much there. ADP, I know the high impact, but non-farm payroll, that's going to be the bigger movement on the 5th of May. So we need to ideally be done before that. Mike. Is he taking the piss? As in Michael from ICT? I think he's not. Let's go with Mike. Do I trade the New York session? Yes, for sure. But it looks like I will be trading the New York session today in this rate. So from the let's see London kill zone again. Let's go 15 minute. And let's add the pip count. What are we guessing? How many pips have we done? Kill zone. From this shape. God, not a lot. $22 pips. That's not a lot. 43 here. 28, 56. I normally find my setups really nice setups when we're like above 40 to 50 pips. So here's Mike's analysis. I think today we might go down to equilibrium and we consolidate. So tomorrow we might be targeting 126. To me, hypothetical scenarios like that is very. You might be right. Might happen. But for me, my brain can't think. I can't put my position in a way where I think this is going to happen. Like we discuss here, I always think both ways. I think, okay, you might be right. This might be going here. To get a better price and then push higher to the areas that we said. Why 126 though? Let's see. Are you seeing something I'm not seeing? $126. What's that 126? If I could only use TradingView. $126. What are you seeing at 126? Is it the highs of these? I'm guessing yes. This is what you're referring to. Will it play? This is the way I think. Is that this is more enticing? because this is almost confirmed the move and repriced and then pushed down, but this is part of this move here and it's retraced. So this area here for me, which is around 167, is the area that if we're going long potentially to be tapped into. But again, I don't base any trading on that. I'm just aware of it. How's the coffee? Who else? Pretty much doing one-to-ones with Mike here. My target is short 1248. 1248. One, 248 below the 1-2. I guess in taking the lows of this, yeah, I'm on par with that. I think that is an area where this here is. Let's put a big. What should we put? Let's put a big arrow. This area here is what's interesting for me. That's what I'm waiting for now. I know that this might happen and I could trade this down, but my thing is safety, right? So if I get in here, let's say I got in here, or even here where it was, and I'm looking for another 30 odd pips. So 30 odd pips, I would need the price to go from here to equilibrium. What can happen? This will be my first position, and as you know, and a lot of you want me to tell you about my repositioning, but that's something that I'm developing my own. So I'm not comfortable in. You will see it whilst I'm trading, but I won't be breaking it down in terms of this is why I do this and this is where I do this. Everything else I'm pretty much showing you. So let's say I went in there. Where are the areas? Let's give you some options. Actually, I'm not going to give you options. Let's just have a pound. Keep the pound, keep an eye on the pound as well. Yes, pretty selling nicely. Mike is making money, that's good. If I'm going in here, let's do an hypothetical. I am in there now. I've gone in. There, where that little cat is. Where should I be planning my worst case scenario? Where would you plan your worst case scenario? And I'll give you some options. Start thinking about it. Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Hi, Stephen. Good morning. Let's see. Anyone giving it a go or no one cares? 1257. 1257. Okay, yeah. So buy side liquidity. So Manus would be. He's willing to consider a 20 pip. Considering if you're on a one lot size, so that would be $200 down. And you would be in profit now for $160. So Abdullahi says the highest. So he's considering a 40 pip, and you're now in profit of 15 pip. One, 2, 5, 8, 3, 9 and above. Okay, above the previous daily, and split my position 3 to 5. Okay, let's see what the action is going on here. This looks like it's going to be tapped into. Now the question for me, I'm going to come back to that, but we're also live trading, so we need to see if I need to take any positions. We just broke the 38.2 on that high. From the previous daily low, we're just hovering on the 38.2. Okay, so let me just take a mental snapshot of that so we can track it. So 50% is on the high of that. And then we'd have to deal with from equilibrium to the low 70 pips. That's too much for me. Too much. Okay, so who else? Has anyone else said anything? The highest, above previous daily high, 3 positions. Michael, 12617. Interesting. How did you tell me your buys today? The 125. All right, so this is what you traditionally, how you traditionally think of the market. So you go in and you say, this here is like 5 pips, this is like 20 pips, and this is 40 pips. This is what I did it as well. I used to read all that and think like that. What my brain does now when I enter the market, let's say I've entered where the cat is. Oh, the cat is moving. That's not good. This arrow here. My initial thought is, where is the market going? I don't care about my risk reward or what I'm risking in terms of how much I'm going to lose if the market goes here. I don't plan to lose. So I don't need to know the losing amount of trade. So when I'm doing this for you guys, it's just to point out that is a 40 pips. So I don't go and think the market's going to go there, so I'm going to lose $400 to make $40. So 1 to 1. I don't do that. What I do is, if I'm in here, I zoom out 1 hour and I think, I don't care about my 30 pips that I'm looking for. This is the target. That's 36. We're looking for 30. All I'm looking for is, this is going to go against me. That's what I think. So when it goes against me, where am I going to manage this trade out? For me, I need to be able to manage up here. That's how much room I'm giving to my trade. You might be thinking, wow, are you crazy? That is 100 pips just to hit buy side liquidity. Now, let's think of the worst case scenario. My worst case scenario is $2,500 loss, which is up here. If I had one position from the beginning. Now, what I do, the market never does that. It never goes in one direction. You can see it here, even the one directions retraces. You will never have, unless it's a swan day event and then you need to get out. But my thought process goes to, if the price, worst case scenario, comes here, how am I going to make money today? And that's where my repositioning comes in here, because this position is just a taster. It's just an entry. It might be my last position that I'm going to kill, because it will be my first entry, and potentially I might not be able to reposition it. And what I mean by repositioning is just killing it for a better price. I might decide, like someone said, I think it was Michael or someone, that I find an interesting point above. For sure, previous daily high would be an interesting re-entry. Why? Because from the previous daily high, my entry is roughly about 50% to my equilibrium. Okay, so I'm looking for a 50% retracement at a premium price above previous daily high. So even if that price is showing price action that is not doing that, it's going to continue up in a one direction, and I would be in a lot of trouble. All I'm looking for is, how can I manage this trade out? If it comes back down to 50%, do I need to kill this trade for what would be 10 pips? Should I kill this first entry for $100? And then I have another entry up here, which potentially has I would be looking then for, instead of 30, I would be looking for the loss as well. So 40 pips. And I've got a 65 pip idea pushing downwards. So what I'm trying to say here in a nutshell, don't fixate so much. Obviously it depends on how you're trading, right? So I'm just telling you exactly what I think. I wouldn't recommend you changing anything that you currently do that's working. But if you are finding yourself in a bit of trouble of trying to manage trades, think of the bigger picture. Always think of the bigger picture. Remember, this is hours, right? So this is 4 red hours candles. Is it going to continue to do something like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles. That's what we're trying to think. And then even though we're thinking of the worst case scenario, the worst case scenario is not leading our trade. I'm not anticipating to lose 2.5K. What I want to know though is that first entry is possible. Well, that's the room that I have. And then the other thing is, if you have one position and it's 2.5K loss, how can I bring this price as high up as possible with minimum losses? And that's what repositioning is. So then I don't have to deal with this 70 pip. I have to deal with 20 pips. So in what condition, in what state will my account be in order to be able to pull the price from here to here? That's what I'm thinking. So many quiet people now. Are you all lost? There's still people here, so am I boring you to death? I think this is really valuable information for you guys. But so maybe you're listening. Maybe that's what's happening. So what we're trying to do is push that price as high as possible in order to get a better price and to be able to manage a bad position. And that's pretty much it. The reason I'm not explaining it in detail and giving you every little nugget of that is because it works for me, and I've developed it for my way of trading. And unfortunately, if you try to do that now, it wouldn't work for you. And I know it wouldn't work for you because you wouldn't be able to understand how to deal with this going up. I've been developing this for a long time and taking ideas from the scruffy trader with how he does his way of pound positioning. I definitely don't do ICT short, very small stop loss, a short stop loss like 3 pip. I just can't do that. I'm not that good. So I need to find a way to manage that. to focus on listening. Keep going. Is the strategy any different to getting stopped out at a fixed stop and then just re-enter? Good point, Tim. That's a very good point. So Tim is saying, instead of doing that, why don't you, when you get in there, when it goes 5 pips against you, kill it. 5 pips against you, kill it. 5 pips against you, kill it. And when you keep on going, and then eventually you get to a price where that comes down. I can't do that. My psychology doesn't, I literally can't do that. I can't keep taking £30, $30 kick, $30 kick, $30 kick, or 50 or whatever, if I'm doing 5 pips. And then eventually to need to build back up the position to get like $1,000 to make $300 or $400. So that doesn't, it works. And if you can do that, Tim, it's exactly the same thing. I've just developed something that works for my psychology, and my psychology needs breathing space. Good morning, Bruno. How are we doing on the subscriptions? Is everyone subscribed? How many people we got? It's 100 people. Haven't seen any coming in, so I'm guessing Caspan was the last. We've only got hardcore subscribers in here. Are you in a long already or not? So this one here that you see, you're not seeing it up here. So that's the trade that I took this morning when I started this morning, and about an hour and a half ago. When it started the stream, I was short. The entry was that red line there. Let's take away this red line there. I got in this area here. I should have got in here on that buy side. I would have been done by now, but I had to sit in about 10 pips, and then price delivered to the fair value gap, killed the trade here. The actual move, that would have been the perfect. I'm not perfect. That would have been my perfect trade. From that buy side liquidity, tap back into it. The reason that you've been seeing live, and I've been talking about this for a good 2 hours now, is that I'm worried about this retest of that buy side liquidity, because we've got equal price here where we did have on the whatever I was looking at, 15. So I was anticipating the price after fair value gap being filled to come and retest this area here, and then I would have gone short again, but that didn't happen. So I'm not long, but for me to be long, to answer your question, I need to see a bit more sell-off. This is probably about in between 38 to and 50% from the Fibonacci. So still got pressure to the downside. I set my max stop at 100 pips, Steven says. Normally trying to learn what to do if it goes against me. I think that's the key in trading. If you can learn that, profits, obviously you need profits to make money, but if you can manage your trade, every single trade, every day, and I think that's why consistency comes up, and the mindset as well. You have to be, let's change the scenery for a second, because I think this is quite important. I think mindset sets the scene for you to be consistent, because if you go in thinking that, oh, here we go, another day, I'm going to lose again, and I'm going to lose, but the thing is, it's okay, because I've set my risk management. I'm only going to lose $5 or $100, whatever your risk management is. So I've got another 8 to 9 attempts to get this right. That's not the right mindset to do this. You need to be going into the market and saying, today it's going to be a winning day, and if I haven't, for a number of reasons, haven't identified where I should be entering, or I'm a bit like we see here, let's say I was long now and now I'm getting a bit of retracement, you need to be able to manage those waves emotionally and practically in your strategy. So I think, first of all, develop your mindset. Your mindset needs to be a winning mindset, because if you want to be part of the 1% who do this for a living, that everyone is going to talk about their mindset. I changed my mindset so much from last year, and luckily my wife works in that sort of industry of how the mind and body works, and I've learned a lot from it. But that needs to happen for you to evolve. It's not just the strategy, it's not just the entry, it's not just the exit and the management. You need to become a complete trader, and that complete trader is like, imagine you're a pilot and you've got a responsibility with the people. Do you think the pilots question if their strategy of flying the plane is correct? I don't think they do. They just subconsciously do it. It's just there. It's in. They set the framework, their mindset, that I'm going to have a successful flight, because it has to be a successful flight. And that needs to be in trading as well. You need to be going into trading with the mindset that today is going to be a successful day because I'm doing this, 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 and this. And then I need to manage this if it doesn't happen in that way. Right, preaching over. Back to calm music. I need some coffee. That's what happens when the market goes slow. I just give you all my strategies and all my ideas. Sir. Now, SD Entertainment, I'm sure you voted that I'm 41 calling me sir. Tell me gold signals. Not in the right place. You might be right. Give them a holiday status. If you do the right direction, when will you add the second lot? So, okay. We're still going down, so we've still got time. This is down to my account, right? So that doesn't mean that everyone who has a position with one lot adds a second lot. It doesn't make any sense. If your account is 5,000 or 10,000 or 500,000, you need to trade differently because it's a different account. But from what you're seeing for me is I normally split the two positions to two lots. So I have one, like for instance this morning I only had one lot in this because I wasn't sure if this is going to be retested up here. Because it wasn't retested, I only made $130 instead of $260. But I'm fine with that because it's Monday, it's volatile, and I know I'm going to find another opportunity either tonight or later today, or whatever happens here. Now, going back to the lot size, if I was really confident in this trade, I would have added two positions in this, two lots. But it's not two lots because it's broken in. If that two lots delivered that price, then I would take it out. If I'm half confident, then I'll wait for that reposition here. And then this price will take out this one. So then I have this trade, take out this one, now I'm in a better place. And I just keep on doing that. Sounds simple, but it's taken a while to be able to do that. What am I waiting for? So you can see why I'm blabbing and talking all the time is because I can't see anything here. It's just red candles. There's nothing. This is just pushing. What have we gone in terms of pip count? 25 pips. Still pretty slow. Pretty slow. If you want to see how slow it is, you just move up a frame. And when I say slow, Like if you don't look at this candle, you might think this is a big move, but in considerate to this move, we have had a big move to the downside, but in terms of rejection of the upside and then crashing down to the 61.8, that hasn't happened. So we're still waiting to see. What have I missed? Nothing. I think we're up to date with everyone. So measure that green pump. You mean this one? So that one there. That's 97.8 pips. And where we trace to, we're getting closer to that 40% now. Let's see. 38, yeah, that's probably about 40%. How was it like when you first started to trade and the price started playing with the stop loss and TPs? The thing is, I was always quite successful, and that was the problem in the beginning, because I did a course called the Kralo Education, my first ever course. To be fair, now he's changed so much from when I did the course. He's doing other things like crypto. But when I first met him, I was so thankful that he put that course up there, because it kind of made sense to me. And he would talk about putting levels in and finding the bodies of the candles, not worrying about the wicks, and using those levels, which if you look at, they do get respected. So those levels. And he would do false breaks. So if it went up and then it closed below, trade it lower. If it's a real break, retest the level and goes up. It was really good. Obviously, I can't say all the details. Just you would have to go and do it. But obviously, that didn't work out for me. And the reason it didn't work out for me, because it was based on risk reward 1 to 3 on a daily basis. Let me find. I'm sure you've seen that picture now, but let me see if I've got it. After doing that course, let's do that one. Maybe I won't find it. But it was this is pushing towards the lows. It was basically on a whiteboard. I had written down how many days it's going to take me to become a millionaire. It was within a year. But that was based on making 3% a day, and also using that 3% to build up the account. So I wouldn't take any profit as well. It's just crazy. After the realization of that, actually then I bumped into the Scruffy Trader on YouTube. And here we go, sitting onto that 50%. It is tempting, this. It is tempting because there's a bit more volume now into the candles. The question is, can I manage this? I'll just check. With 7 pips, 26, but that's better. That's better. Ideally, we want to be getting in here. I think I'm going to be waiting, even though that looks quite nice. Let's see, 4 hour. That's the 4 hour, 15. You've seen that continue move. We'll see how it reacts around this level and this level. Obviously, I'm talking about longs now. Where were we? Yeah, beginning on stops. So he would say 1 to 3 risk reward. So that killed my account because I would just have one trade where I just couldn't. It would either kill. It would take my. I was on IG at the time as well, and the spreads were just like on the DAX because he recommended doing the DAX, and he was claiming that Forex is very risky because there's a lot of people are involved in Forex. I've seen the opposite. I've seen the DAX being really dangerous market for my way of trading. Let's see. This slow market is making me sleep. We're getting there. That's why you got coffee. The thing is, with slow markets like this, it just takes a minute. You can be watching the market for like we've done now, 2 odd hours, and then suddenly something spikes the market up, and you're like, I've waited for 2.5 hours, and I haven't. I missed my setup. That's where someone mentioned put alerts. Good call. Definitely prefer to worst case stops. I found that if I do 5 pip loss, then my psychology gets smashed. Would rather a bigger loss than loads of small losses. I agree. I am on that side of the my psychology works with me having time. That is something that I've noticed in my sort of state when I'm trading. I need to, when I feel anxious and I'm like, ugh, like I had to check in even when I'm doing these live calls, because I'm luckily being able to control it, because I wasn't sure. That's why I was very apprehensive on doing these calls, because I didn't want people's comments and other people to rush me into trades. And when I tried it the first time, I noticed that actually it doesn't affect me. So that was a good thing. That's why we're doing these. And I think that's come with experience on, back in the day I was chasing the money. I was chasing literally, get to that 200, get to that 400 so I can close the day. When did it click for you? What was the thing that made the difference between unprofitability and profitability? One is, like I've shown you now, the philosophy around stops. That was 100% needed in order to change my understanding of how I need to manage my trade. And then I would say even bigger is my mindset around my limiting beliefs of what I had. Like feeling inadequate, that I wouldn't be able to, you don't want to see this ad. Let's put that on. I generally had a belief that I didn't deserve to do well. Like, who was I? Who I think that I could beat the market. That was my mindset. So it was a negative mindset. Or the other one was like, there's so much money into the market, there's algorithmic trading, there's like geniuses from MIT, and trying to compete against that. Every big loss that I had, that was my process. It was like catastrophizing. And then I would go back into try and trade, and I would be like, well, how am I going to be the person who's going to beat these guys? But the way I got out of that was looking at my trades and seeing that I'm actually doing something that's working for me. I'm being very patient. Like you've seen today, I don't have any itchy triggers in these kind of scenarios. And that's evolved. So I knew that's going to work when I start looking at my state and seeing a calmer state with regards of what the market is doing. Just put that on the 2. I think someone asked earlier, I missed it, but I remembered now, why are you looking at the 2 minute? I generally flick a lot, because sometimes your brain can see a setup on a certain time frame that it wouldn't see on another, and that's literally your perception of what the market's doing. So you don't want to miss any of those trades just because you're on a certain time frame. Do you take trades outside on the kill zones, or do you wait for New York? I definitely take trades. I can take trade whenever. I just need to see the setup. I just found that the London kill zone provides a good setup. So look at this, right? So we were thinking this is the Judas move we were discussing. Well, that crashed that idea because now it's created this. So is this the Judas move? Before distribution higher. Where's Mike? Are you still in the trade? He must be good on 40 pips now, isn't he? Surely. You got in somewhere here. 40 pips. So you hold your trades for like 2 to 4 hours for your TP. It can be minutes, but it can be hours. I don't care. As long as I get paid, I don't mind waiting. You do a mindset course or get a one-to-one support for that aspect, or you sorted it on your own through journaling and self-reflection. A lot has been done from my wife because she works with a lot of mind-body stuff, so like trauma work that comes from childhood, other areas of, and I'm not talking about physical trauma, or it can be multiple things. Trauma can be being neglected by a fellow one parent, not being listened to, and that can affect your trading. It's crazy. Your decisions in trading, you might feel like inadequate because you haven't been accepted by one parent or another. So all these things that you don't think have nothing to do with your entry or managing a trade suddenly are really big things, and you face them daily when you're under stress trying to make this work. Did I do any courses? No, I did one-to-one with Scruffy when I had a bad loss, and he was great because he said, look, you're doing everything right, your management needs a little bit of tweaking, but he was always very positive. I would definitely recommend him. If you wanted to do a one-to-one, Scruff is amazing, and his track record is incredible. Where are we at? Until we wait, I want to see this. I really want to see what happens here. This is what my eyes are looking for now, this here. That is the 50% of the 4-hour fair value gap. And below is the equilibrium of the day. Journaling, if the equilibrium is before. Do I remark the charts for next week or use the same annotation for last? That's a good point, because today I didn't. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't open the charts yesterday, because I would have seen that move. I would have definitely had a better entry if I had seen this on Sunday. I would have entered somewhere there on that fair value gap there. So that would have been to my TP. It would have been day done for sure. 30, so $600. Okay, we touched it. Let's see what happens now to the pip. I'm still in the trade, plus the one I took on Friday. Okay, so you're a bit of a swing trader. I did an NLP course years ago. It helped a lot, for sure. NLP is something that it just works. It just works. Neuroplasticity and how you can change actions from your thoughts. It's really, really powerful. Okay, so it's pushing below the 50. So then we're thinking of this. If it goes down there, we'll start thinking seriously about reversing our bias from this morning. Equilibrium would be 50% retracement on the fib. 125 roughly is 61.8. So I can easily manage this. It's only 15 pips. That's $150 loss. Drawdown rather. Who we got? So we have how we're doing on the likes and subscriptions. I haven't seen a new subscription come in. That's sad, isn't it? An hour without a new subscription. Is there a difference between closing a trade manually and setting a TP? All down to individual. If you put a TP, you know you're going to get that out of that price or thereabouts with the spread. Whereas if you're confident that this can push a little bit further, you can close it manually, and the few seconds that it takes you to close it, that price either goes either way, a bit less profit or more profit. But if you're rule based and you like to see things work out and confirm themselves, then I would definitely do TP. So here we go. It went to the 50%. What's the dollar index doing? Now look at that. This is what we predicted. Remember, we set that line there. That's what we were seeing. Came down and then started to equilibrium, pushed up, and slowly it's come to the highest point here. Let's take that out. Now it's taken the highs out. That's interesting. That's some interesting information there. You see this, I could take this trade. Fair value gap, buy side liquidity. I think I could afford this trade. Do I want to take it? I want to take this trade. So there is a chance that I miss my trade today, basically. If this goes up, I would definitely have to wait for New York session then. The difference is psychology between growth and trade. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Like closing it manually compared to TP does affect your psychology. I'm still yeah. 15-minute fair value gap just below your red arrow. 15-minute. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, this is the one that we were talking about. That's the only one which also... Do you see how, and very, very well spotted, isn't it better to enter at this confluence of things happening? So you have a fair value gap. Even though this might crash through it, it's worth thinking about it. Thinking about that. If this is the area, obviously if you're selling now, you're way into profits, you're just managing your profits out. But if you're thinking of the reversal, as in like, how far is this going to reverse before it pushes higher? This area, that fair value gap there, these are the areas where we're looking. It looks like I'm not going to miss that trade, luckily. Now we just need a push. What time we're at? 9:30. So we're coming close to London kill zone. Normally good setups come around that time. I am short from 12552. 52 5 500. Okay, so yeah, you're also in good profits. I want to know, what do you think about Australian dollar or swing trade? The Aussie dollar, sorry, I just the thing is with I don't want to miss any of these trades, and it's now at the area where I get interested, so we're just gonna have to focus on that for now and come back to the Aussie dollar. So this is the 15-minute fair value gap. Now, I don't need that arrow. Let's see, 2 minute. Slowly pushing down. Well, it looks like it's going to happen. So let's think about this. Now we need to think about how confident are we in this trade. I am confident here. I'm just slightly less confident here. So probably a one position here. If it gives it to us. Let's see, 10 pips. Equilibrium. Pips. I like this setup. I do like this setup. But that means the price has to come to equilibrium, which is the 61.8. To get the best trades, guys, you might miss a few setups. This can blow up any moment, or it can obviously crash down, and then we will get filled, but then we have to manage it. If I bought here with my PTP, I normally go for, depends on the day. We've already got 130. Actually, I should put that in. Let's put our profits in. So we're at, after 128.50 after commissions. I aim for $400 to $500 a day. So don't expect 5,000 to 6,000 trades here. Uh, 1, 2, 8. That's our current profits. That works. Okay, let's see if it's going to give it to us or not. We have moved 34 pips, so that's really good. I like this setup. So if it moves 80 pips from the beginning of London kill zone, even if it goes to previous daily low, 680, which means a $690 loss, 1,200 for 2 positions that we have to manage. Hi FX Mo, I am good, mate. Thank you. Come on. Bro, you're making money consistently. Why don't you buy a big account? What do you mean by that? Buy a big account? You mean like a prop firm account? Like pass a challenge? It's interesting for swing trading to buy at equilibrium. Equilibrium, I don't like buying equilibrium normally, just because equilibrium means that the price is at equilibrium. So you pretty much, it can go either direction. The only reason I'm interested in equilibrium now is because of this move here. We've had a big move, which is confirming to me interest to trade above the 125. And yes, it's showing rejection, but I'm looking for some support around the area of that price. What time is it in Bali? We're currently at 4:30. So I'll probably do another. I just want to see if I get this entry. If I don't get this entry, we'll call it. Go and see what the sun is doing. That's the benefit of being a trader in Bali. You can do. Oh, here comes. Here comes. I feel bad for the US people because this session has been fully on London session. But I guess it's useful. They can see it afterwards. Maybe we would do a New York session. Come on, price. You know you want. I don't make $400 to $500K a day. I make $500, so $500,000. Between $400 to $500. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you can make 4 to 5K a day. Wait, what did I miss? I'm not aware of any accounts you can buy that you can buy big money with, but I might not know that setup. Okay, it's coming. Fotis Adreu. With Surge Trader, you can buy 1 million evaluation account. Well, it's an evaluation, so I'm guessing you have to. This is the thing with prop firms, is just finding something that works with your trading rather than putting rules around me. Like in terms of if I had to close a position, not being able to hold it overnight, not being able to risk how I trade. And to be honest, I make good money. I'm not greedy. I know you're saying 4 to 5K a day. If that comes in a year or two, I'm happy with that. At the moment, like making 8 to 10,000 and being able to fund another account that's going to slowly build that, maybe double to 10 to 20. Happy days. And I'm also building the consistency. I'm not in a rush. I'm not 41 yet. Do I have a limit entry price? No, because I really want to see, the action when it gets to this area here. You see here, we've had a rejection before this fair value, and now it's pushing. This fair value came from the 15, I believe. It's that one there. I just really want to see it come lower. I just want to see that come down. We're looking for 20 pips. So 10 times 2. So it's good for Aussie as we miss the USA sessions. How many hours you spend on the charts? If I get my setup within an hour and I'm done for the day, I'm good. I just turn it off, go and do something else, play with my kid, go and play, jump in the pool and enjoy coconuts. But like today, it's been slow. Maybe I shouldn't have traded bank holiday. But I got to spend time with you guys, so that's a bonus. What time do you start live? I've started at 2 these days. I might have a chat with my wife and see what's the best time to, because it takes some time. Jesus, we're doing 2 hours and 43 minutes. Planning to go to Bali for a month. Any good recommendation place to stay? Recommendations to stay. Well, it depends on your budget. If you want expensive, there's cheap. There's hotels, 4-5-star hotels with stunning views. There's also, you can rent villas. You can also go to what they're called. Not like where you can just book a room, or it depends if you've got a family. There's so many questions. But I would recommend place-wise. Again, depends on what you want. If you like nature and want to see some monkeys and a different, the proper jungle experience, I would recommend Ubud. Are we gonna miss this move? I don't want to take it here. I generally don't. What it can do, let's see. Let's put our thinking heads on. This can come to retest this. So this was my out. Let's move it out of the way. Out, go out. Heavy red candles. Yeah. Let's close this. What time is it? 15 minutes to close the hour. We'll see how that reacts there, but we've got a fair value gap there. This is hourly. Could we see this retested to push back down to equilibrium? Ideally, we want this to push now. Hey, new subscriber, Hatham Hamdi. Did I kill your name? Probably did. Where are we at with the chat? Bali recommendations, that's where we were. Moving down. It's coming. This bloody green candle is coming. I'm convinced. We have to be patient here. Check fair value gap on 1 hour. I think that's what we just did, isn't it? Am I missing something on the hour? You mean this one? This big one? Yeah, we fine-tuned it down to the 15 because the 15, that's got filled. There's nothing there, nothing there. There's a tiny bit. Oh, sorry, there's this one here that we're looking at. I'm 46 and not rushing. Good man. That gives me more time, extra time. Still waiting for 125025, very specific. I'm intrigued. Let's see where that is. 0.25. Right. You mean this low here? Very specific. This one, like a, is that like an order block? I'm not very familiar with order blocks, so I don't use them so much. Who else? Try to aim for daily 50 pips. Yeah, 50 pips. I would say it depends on your success rate. 50 pips is on the big side, like on a range of 100. If you think that the London sessions do about 40 to 50 pips, you're looking for the whole 50 pip. But to be fair, that's what I'm trading for, so I can't judge that. I believe 500 a day is too much for some people living in the countries where dollar gives much in local currency. Yeah, 500 is great. I mean, 10K. Living in the dream. Why change it? Why let greed drive your profits when you can do everything? We're planning to go to Europe to meet family, and those tickets are like super achievable now to do as many trips as we want. I can trade on the way there and during there, so that's what Forex gives you. One, you turn off when you are in profit. You want. You are not greedy. How is that possible? What a huge lesson for me. You turn off when you are in profit. You want. I see. Yeah, I've worked out that if I do 500 a day, that would be 2.5K a week. So that's really good. Considering I used to make a bit over that in it was pounds. New subscriber, Akash. Sure, that was difficult. Chaudhry. Welcome. Yeah, so it's there's a different mindset in, you know, doing this to meet a target rather than chase every single target from a greed perspective, rather than, you know, what you want to make in terms of your monthly targets. And also what we haven't pointed out, I'm going to show you now. Give me 1 second. All right, we just hit that fair value gap. What was I saying? Completely got sidetracked there. If someone remind me, I'll jump back onto that. But so if we got into that, let's see. This will be the top side. What would we miss? We would miss 4.3. You're not gonna wait for structure displacement or on smaller time frames. I used to do that like a few months ago, and I've noticed that. Let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna need to put this. What's the 125,157? Let's see if it pushes. Let's add that in there. So all I've done is I've taken the 50% line off the fair value gap. To answer your question, no, I don't wait for the confirmation, because if you go down on the time frames, okay, you would have to wait for this break of structure to come back to retest and then go. But what I found is that I'm quite good at identifying these areas prior to the standard ICT 2022. So it's almost like using ICT 2022, but in a way that works for me. We're getting close, but it's not quite what we want. Why? Someone might say, why don't you get in for a 5 pip? Because 5 pips were the target of these highs. Let's say we got in on that move, we would have to aim for that high there. So that's quite a bit of an ask. So what I'm waiting for, in an ideal scenario, we get this price, that price, and then we aim for these highs here. There it is. Let's hope that is not the distribution, and it's just a retest for this fair value gap here. And we want to see that reject now. Broke that. Let's see. There's the reduction. Hopefully that continues. Right, we want to see it tackle the lows. It's a nice sign here. Ahmed, about the stop loss, if you go back to the video, I did a whole spiel about the stop loss. So when the stream stops, I would recommend checking the video back. There we go. You can't blink an eyelid here. Right, let's do this. It's gone 2 minutes. We're looking for 125, 156. 125. I hate MT5 lines, but let's see if we can do it. What did I say? I can't remember now. I'll put it on the other screen. Equilibrium is at 125, 157. So 57. Okay, so this is the area. And then that is 15 pips to the 125. That will be perfect entry for me. Let's hope we get it. So we haven't broken the 50%. You see how it held just above the 50% of the fair value gap. So now it's pushing up. Now the question is how high it's going to go before it delivers the price that we're looking for down here. And if it breaks, it's most likely that it normally doesn't just stop equilibrium. It breaks equilibrium to create discounted price. But I'm happy to just enter at equilibrium. This is probably a better entry. That one there. So you're already in discounted price. And here's the thing, guys, like this is my first entry. I'm not anticipating this screaming up as soon as it touches my trade. It's just a place where I'm happy to go in. I don't care, like the price might even crash down here. And that's okay with me because I'm able to manage that trade. Okay. I'm anticipating a spike now. I've got it on the other screen. So I've got MT5 on that one is the trading view, and this is my MT5. Tell it's coming. So now we broke below the 50% of that fair value gap. You can't see it. Actually, we're quite far out. So let's do that for now. So that fair value gap now is kind of confirmed. In an ideal world, when it breaks the 50, you want it to go to where you want to get in. Because this can retest now. here's the thing though, right? If we miss a move, do we care? Okay, it's a bit annoying, but do we really care? Because it didn't reach a price where we're happy to manage. So it's like when you go to a store. Okay, let's see if it... When you go to a store and you want to buy a piece of clothing and you only have, let's say, $40 and he's selling it for $50, if he's not willing to go to $40, all right, we're in. That's okay. So now we're gonna see, we need to start thinking of the second entry. So now we're gonna go, so this is on the 50% retracement of the move. Back at equilibrium. I'm probably gonna get, I'm not willing to put my full size here because we're still not at discounted area. Okay, we can leave that now. We'll see that how it develops. So we got in at 15164. So let's go on to here. Properties. Second trade is long. A long for pound USD. Okay. All right. Now we can come back to the room since we've got that position in. Here's a reflection to, like, me going through that process of entering a trade. How do you find it? How do you feel nervous, or do you feel like an adrenaline rush happening? Do you feel like what is your body doing? Always tune into that. Now my question is, do I size up my half of that one position here, or do I wait for the 125? 125. We were going to be about $170 in heat drawdown. With this one, it would be pretty much double that. Right, I see a few messages. Let's see where we are at. Perspective. Got it, I'm gonna miss the rest of this. Nice one, Alex. Yeah, this is recorded, so you can watch that later. Background looks so sunny. Okay, so now we're seeing the push. You see that push is 30 quid. So if that confirms our trade to the highs is 400 quid. These highs here, 250. So what we got 128. I think is reasonable for the price. You got those equal highs there, here, equal highs here, equal highs here. 3 areas where you can take profits. Most likely is this one for 10 pips. If you want to push it, 230 pips. Now it depends on how many positions we have, obviously. We can leave that do its thing. We've put TP above that. I like going just below because I don't want to miss. So what was it, 128. We kind of need a second position in there, in a better price really. So there's rejecting that. We're going to see now if that's going to deliver price to 1 to 5. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for it, but that's what we're preparing for. The background looks so sunny. It's I can tell you it's not fake. You can move the camera. It's a bit of spike. Let's see a bit of a bigger picture. It's always good to just snap out for a second and see where we are in. This is aggressive push, okay? So this can continue. It can stay heavy for a while. That's the 1 hour fair value gap there. Different camera. Yeah, so now this is where you can, you know, depending on if I had 2 positions, but as you can see, it's good that we didn't go in with our full one position because we're anticipating that to be able to trade out of it. Now the question is, do I think I can reposition here? What's the pip? No, it's too close. It's too close. Too close. 0 profits. Kidding. Right, where are we? The back noise. Hey Yanis, how long did it take for you to take a profit? 500 a day. Since January, that's been my target. Before that, it was around $200. Will you be live tomorrow? Don't know. We'll see. See with the family. Priority on the family, and then because sometimes I trade on the go as well, so I put my trades in and we're out. But today was a good day because I could turn it on. But if you want to tune in, the most likely it will be either London kill zone and pre-market, so roughly around 2 o'clock, 2:30 my time, so that is 7 o'clock UK time. And then if I'm doing a late one, New York session, we'll see how this trade goes on, and if my son is sleeping, might turn it on, see who's in from America. What time is it in America? Still early, you see. Can't expect someone to wake up at 5 to watch these, unless they're trading London. DAX is going hit an old high. I'm waiting for it. DAX is a good market. It's a good market. It moves well. Hi friends, which market are you using? The market, obviously it's a 5. This is what I want to show you. Show you this. see where I've got it. It's not this one. This one. So let's move the results. Let's put the pound dollar on the side so we can see it. So what we're looking at here is my funded account. So I've passed to get this 100K. This started as a 100K funded account. I passed 3 challenges for making 6%. So that's 18%. I did it in 3.5 months, I think. It was very conservative, really good. Like you can see from the line, this was pretty much my trading, not up and down, just consistent. We're running at 90% win rate now on this 200 account that they gave me. Then so I did this 3 challenges to give me my 100K account. After that, every 5% they would give me a bigger account. So I did 100 to 125, 125 to 150, so that's 2, 50 to 75, 3, and 75 to 200, 4. So that's 4 times 5% improvement. Well, profits. And they're giving me 75% of the profits, which is great. I think it's great. I mean, it used to be 50, but they upgraded that, which is amazing. And now we're sitting at 8K profits on this 200,000 account. However, I've left money inside to protect my account. I don't want to lose this account. So I've left, my total equity of the account is 212. So 12,000 is in there as a protection. And then I can't click on withdrawal because I've withdrawn it recently, a few days ago. So I will be able to withdraw again in, I think like 6 or 5 days. The only thing that you have to be careful with the fivers is when you pass a milestone and they give you a bigger account, which will be 250,000 next one. When I'm at 85%, so I need 1,400 or whatever, 600. Then they don't give you money for the next 14 days. So I need to time it that I don't pass the the milestone for the bigger account before I take money out. So that's good. I need to be aware of that. All right, it's coming back down into equilibrium. Let's see. So I had an attempt to push higher. Now it's pushing towards that 5-minute fair value gap. Yeah, so let's continue this. So we've got 25% to get the next milestone. Why that prop firm? Because of the flexibility, the freedom, the time. I can do whatever I want. There's no restrictions. I like them. And also they, every 5%, after a while, it goes up to 4 million. So, which I'm hoping to, if you know someone who's reached that goal, I will be interested to speak to. But in terms of from a boot camp to reach the 4 million, why not? Why not be the first one to do it? I've been passing challenges every month, but what's happening now is I made 8K, for instance, this month. So I've still got a little bit to pass this milestone. The next milestone, I need to make more money, but I'm still trading the same way. So it's going to take a bit longer, about a month and a half. Let's see the volatility a little bit. It looks volatile, but it's not actually. So we see how we're holding now. We're holding here. It's probably going to break lower for a little bit. Michael Miner. Welcome. 20. Let's go back to it. It's okay. We can see it. So, wait, is this the one? No, that's the one. So obviously you could see that they would close my account if my account went below 192,000. So I would have to lose 12K plus another, I would have to lose 32,000 to lose the account. I mean, if I lost 32,000 on this account, it would just be stupid. That's why I base my trading on my performance in the 2,500. It can't be more transparent than this, guys, I think. Are you liking? Is there someone who hasn't liked or subscribed? In the 2 hours, we've had 2 subscriptions. Maybe I need to do the New York. Maybe the New York people are kinder. Or like Pete said, I should start charging for it. Let's switch here. Nothing there. Back to this, $36. Let's see if this is the break. Should I have 2 positions here? I just don't want to be exposed. I'm happy to take 20 pips out of this and then see what else is left to meet that 500. Let's go on the chat. What is the ratio of your profit withdrawals? Do you keep adding certain amounts of profits to accounts, and how often you make your withdrawals on a weekly? It's every 14 days on this prop firm. I guess this is going to be targeted now. Look at that. What can we use here? Can we use this? What is that? Good old MT5. That's going to be targeted. So a conservative 8 pips can be taken out. Now imagine if you have like a big account. That's 80 quid. But if that was a 10 lot, that's 800 quid. That's how easy big accounts make money. But obviously you need to build up to that so you can, you know what you're doing. You don't want to be gambling. You need to know that this is a high level trade that can get you this amount of money. Thanks for that. Have I missed a few questions? Mike is out with 67 pips. Very, very good trade. Are you looking at 15-minute fair value gaps on the dollar index? We looked at the dollar index in terms of like taking an idea of what we're looking for, but then I switched on this price action. We knew that it was above buy-side liquidity, so there's potential for the price to come down, which means the pound dollar. Let's have a look. A lot of the stuff I just need to see it once, and then I just don't go back and look at it. I just want to focus on the chart that I'm trading. But I'll show you what I mean. Buy side liquidity pushed above. Now trading down. All we're interested is, let's see, where's the daily? Above equilibrium. Do we think that the dollar is going to go as high as 300 pips for the previous daily high? Unlikely. Who knows? It's never say never in this in these conditions in markets. Now this, what are we seeing here? What do you see here? Break of structure. It's kind of like similar to this. You see this created a double top, but this failed to break down. Didn't create an equal body, so it filled in that fair value gap. Intro subscribed. So yeah, this has been if everything works how I want it to work, but obviously the market doesn't do what we want, but that sort of area there is retested push up. We'll see if that works out. If not, who cares? We can manage out of it. Now, obviously, with the two positions, when I have two lots on, it's easier because now this would be at $200 and I would just kill it. And with two entries, quite easily make $400. Now it's taken out this. Now there could be a reaction here to the downside. Let's hope. It would be nice if it goes directly to this on this move. Let's see the reaction coming in. Sorry guys, I'm missing some questions, but if it's a really urgent question, just drop it again and I'll try and answer. Or anyone else who can answer for me, that'll be even better. Hi Paul, just seeing you there, creep in. Profit factor 17. That's good, isn't it? What are your thoughts on the interview with ICT? If he reaches out, I'm happy to do an interview. I'm not gonna, it's a few people asking me that. What are you trying to get out of the interview? Do you think he will ask me questions that will kind of reveal something new that I'm not revealing here? Or is it more of, it will be cool to see Yanis on there. I wonder what's the thought? $22K. What's that? 22K. Power mod. Is that what you made? We're already already loyal subscribers. That could be it. That's the nice way to see it. That everyone is subscribed, so no one else is needing to subscribe. You are different to other traders. Other traders seem to have some sort of different agenda. Thanks, Samurai. Ingvar's getting bonus points for giving me the 20s. So now we've hit 10 pips. We're obviously not going to close that. The thing is that this can very easily come down now, right? And take out the profits. But I'm in a position where I'm quite comfortable to reposition. We'll see if this is the move. Actually, let's move this top. I kind of like my position now. Even if this comes down, I kind of like where I'm sitting. We've got a fair value gap there. So what we've got down here, sell side there. Obviously guys, this is, as it says here, not financial advice. It's just for a bit of fun. Who we got? How old am I? I'm 35. I thought I said that. Oh, did I not reply to the poll? I am 35, going 36 in August. Pound Aussie is showing signs of reversal upwards. I'm in a trade, so now it's just focusing on this. I don't want to, because sometimes when you look at other charts, you can see things in your chart that you wouldn't see normally. So if you're in a trade, I would say just take away the noise and just focus on your trading. What is your prop firm? 5%ers. Yanis, I think you should make a private Discord for us. Charge $50 a month, and we can all take a live London trades together and chat. Yeah, the thing is that I don't know how, like, if someone's paying for a service, that service needs to exist. You need to be on the chart. Like, if I said, oh, pay, like, let's do a Discord and everyone joins and can watch me live trade and we can trade together every morning, that means every morning I have to be on the camera. That's not freedom for me. So there's a little bit of a, I've done this for freedom, not to be a slave to the screens, or like, I'm doing this because literally there's an opportunity for me to trade because of the baby not here and a bit of time. I hope that makes sense. But who knows, maybe in the future I have more time and I'm like, let's do something more proper. Where are we? It will strong immunity. Do you trade news? And I try to avoid news. If I'm in a position and there's news coming, I definitely, like, I'm on the charts, but I never have big size around news. And to be fair, news always confirms what my ideas have. Like, even if it's bad news, the algorithm will go and take out liquidity before it distributes bad news, or the other way around. If it's good news, it will go bad before it goes good. Someone's agreeing. Is the long based reacting to order block? Order blocks, unfortunately, guys, I'm not the go to ICT. I don't want to say something wrong and lead you to something that is not good information. What are your thoughts on it? Oh, we said that. Been watching a couple of hours, really enjoy the morning. Nice work, buddy. Thanks, Richard. Are you sure it's going to equal highs? We saw that, it did do that, equal highs. New York's going to be interesting. Yeah, I think this push, I mean, it's rejected, it's come back to 50% retracement on that big move. It was a big move up, so it was a convincing break above 125. And now it just feels, you get this feel of when you know the pound dollar, that this is just repricing. That's why I moved my profit higher, just because I don't want to miss any spikes. The thoughts watching my hair. The thought is watching my heroes. Oh God, I hope you're not expecting me to be your hero, because being a hero in Bali is very hard. You just go to the beach, and unless that is the hero you're looking for, chill out by a beach with coconuts. 22 is the max drawdown you can have, not 32, but you're already did I make a mistake? Maybe. 22 is the max drawdown. Yeah, probably right. All right, we're getting down to the chat. How do I deal with the drawdown? Watch back the video as well, because I did kind of talk about drawdown. Drawdown for me is just an opportunity to get better price and reposition. Like for instance, now where I'm in profit, it doesn't really, I don't think of it as profit. It's just going for me. It's not in profit until you've taken profit out. So I'm just thinking now, like, as I've got these two green boxes, this is what ICT, the fair value gap, like looks like, but I still am not convinced that this can happen. Before we break it can go all the way down to 76.4 on the Fibonacci retracement. So it'd be stupid for me to start building a position in this. I just want to be, the green days from January is just being patient, being frugal. I mean, if 50 pips a day is frugal, I would take it any day. 50 pips is, in my eyes, imagine that with more money. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to rush that process though. That can come eventually. Thanks, Cameron. That must be indices. He kept a trade over the weekend, $120 charge. Yeah, it's over weekend trades, just don't do it. The pound dollar is kind of cheap. It's about 50p per position, I think, but DAX and others can be very expensive. So you like the chill out music? Good. I'll change it every day. I'll just put a different chill out music so it changes a little bit. Dollar can rely push hard to the downside here. Nice back. Do not ever lose. Good point, Anuj, about Discord and making a slave. I don't intend to have a full-time job out of this. But the kind of community feels good. Freedom. I'm guessing that's from William Wallace shouting freedom down the... What a movie. Braveheart. I don't really understand why you took the buy there. Can you explain it? Yeah, I will do that right now. Let's see any other messages. It hit equilibrium and there was a high probability. Do constant watching. The chat color. Oh, you got me there. How can I change the chat color? Is that me or you can do that? Sharif. If you know, tell me and I'll happily do that. How can I change the chat color to black? Oh, chart. No, the chart, I'm definitely not changing the chart to black. That's what I'm used to. Sorry, I know some people hate it. Maybe decrease the the brightness on your screen. Let's do one at a time. So someone said, why did I buy here? So I'm guessing you came in late to the charts, but I don't expect someone to sit three. I've been here for 3.5 hours. Jesus, we need to close this guy soon. He's just having a good time. Let's go on that and explain that. All right, so why did I enter there? For me, it's all about the retracement. That was the game. So if I was going, when I saw the trade in the morning, I saw the short. Now the question was, why did I see that as a long there? One is we're sitting at equilibrium. Two, we've got a fair value gap on the 15-minute. Three, it's in a place where I can manage it if it comes down to previous daily lows. And it's my thought process is that it's going to be rejecting the 125. I don't know when it's going to be rejecting the 125, and if it does, but I'm happy to buy what is on the offer at the market. So I'm not looking for a signal as this is my signal. I'm looking at a price that I'm happy to pay to be in the market. And this can easily crash down, and then we need to manage it. Hope that answers that. What else? Let's go back to 2 and 5. What is your country? Greece. Greece and England. I'm in Bali though, trading from Bali. Yanis, can you show your 15-minute fair value gap? I have a feeling that it's not visible on my chart. Don't know why, or maybe I'm wrong with drawings. Your equilibrium is inside of it and mine not. Not sure, Rafa, what's going on there. My 15-minute fair value gap is from that wick to that wick, and the bottom of that fair value gap is equilibrium. We can delete that. This is where we're expecting the price potentially coming down. Here come the greens. Now we're going to retest the highs. We saw that tap the top of the fair value gap there. This is the actual fair value gap that it tapped into. And now potentially higher. We'll see. How long have you been trading? 2.5 years I've been trading. What do you do in Discord thing? How do you plant? How to keep out the trolls? I'm hoping like trolls get bored when you do something genuine. There's nothing to troll about. I'm sure they'll find a way to troll, but I think like I'm generally like positive that the community will kick trolls out. They just won't fit in. That's how you deal with trolls. Just be yourself, and eventually they just lose the energy because you don't give them any energy. If you go to set on M25 and turn the scale fix, you can stretch the chart like M25. Oh, that's a good one. Candles play out. Okay, let's see. So go to settings on MT5. There you go. I've got something out of this. Tools, settings, must be properties. Scale fixed. I think that's what you mean. Am I missing something? One for next time. I would love to hear your trading journey, number counts you have learned and complete. How many lot size were you trading when you started? 0.25 and 0.2. That was my start of the boot camp. There's an interview from the Fivers if you want to go and check it out. Thank you for this live. Can you please explain us how you put your stops? Hi Sam, if you go back in the video about 2 hours ago, or 1 hour and a half, I explained the stop. Like, yes, how we're doing with likes. 128 for 3.5 hours. Pretty poor. Sorry I'm very late. Hi Bruce. What do you think of gold price direction? I don't trade gold, so I don't want to give any bad information. What do you think? Hi Fred. It's hard comparing wicks and bodies. I agree with that with the trolls. Don't feed them. They will starve to death. Biggest win in my career, being consistent for sure. Like you are seeing the biggest win in my career. 4 months green days. That's definitely my win. All right, we'll give this, what time is it? We'll give it another 2 minutes and then you'll see the results. You know what we're doing. I'm gonna go and spend some time with the sun. Hey, Phoenix is here. They've been looking for you. One sec. There he is. What are you gonna trade today? You're gonna put another 6 lots on? Literally walks on the laptop and trades for me. He always wins there. Maybe I should let him go. That's how random trading is. What do you want? There he goes. Right. NFP for sure. NFP is everyone is setting up for NFP. It'll be interesting to see what the price is going to look like after NFP. I'm obsessed with this 125 at the moment. It's just like if we do. Where is it? I know, he's my second son. Literally don't know what I would do without him. He literally just came to say, I'm gonna go and eat now, and you've been on there too long. Needs attention. Now, let's think about this. The one last thing, and then we'll bring it to a close. But it's gonna be an important thing. Let's think of what this session has given us, right? So we were short. If we held the short, yes, we would have paid blah, 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 blah. Would be a great trade, like Mike, who made 39 pips or odd. Really good. We can delete all these. Now imagine this is what we've seen. This is why patience is good. Let's say you see these high lows here and you're like, I'm going to go long here. And you push, boom, fair value gap, I'm in. What does the price do? Crashes down all the way down here. So now you have to sit in $300 or $600. Oh, let's see, something's moving. Are you going to seriously crash again? Oh my God, what is this for? MT5, I literally, whatever. think this is close. Let's see what we're at. We might close 130. Let's go back. $30, so another 12 pips. That would be 13.25 pips. No, we're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it. This might take the highs and then crash down, but I'm willing to hold that position. I'm quite happy with that position. How many pips is that? Let's go on the 5. I was like, that doesn't look like now. All right, so we've had this push. This is probably around the 23 rejection. Yeah, 23 rejection. We'll see. We need that to close above to push higher. And on the hour, we have that fair value gap there. Will be nice to fits in with the 50%. That's what I'll be waiting for. I didn't close that because it still doesn't hit my target, and I'm happy to trade this. What were we saying? We're saying something important. Yes, about the. Do you understand why this is less stressful than getting in here? Because you're in a premium, looking for premium price, extreme premium to premium price. So it's not discounted. So yes, this can go up, but it's a higher risk trade. Let the market do its thing and then get a position in. Here we're at a premium price and looking for discount, so that makes sense. And it had that push. Yes, is it a little bit early? Maybe, but I know how to trade this. If you don't know how to trade from here, equilibrium, wait for the price to come down to this fair value gap, 125, or even the previous daily low. Safer places. Wow. Okay, so okay, I think this guy, we've done 3 hours and 50 minutes. That is hell of a lot of a session. Thanks everyone for staying around. Let's see how we're doing with likes. 128 still. We will be, I wish I could tell you that it will be like every day, but I don't know. The schedule is dictated by family first. So when you will I'll try and put it, like if it's coming in like 4 or 5 hours, put like a schedule on there just to show you that it's coming. Oh, there we go. Price is pushing. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next time.
Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn petty. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to pro crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them, this is my ship, I'ma jack it like Letterman, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a big bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that, big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that, work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that, had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it an FT to get them when they're hand in crypto.